I have been waiting for you to find this message, not by accident, not by chance, but by divine design that was set in motion before you even woke up this morning. You think you stumbled upon these words randomly, but there is no such thing as random in my kingdom. Every click, every scroll, every moment that led you here was orchestrated by me because I need to tell you something that cannot wait another day. My beloved, I am about to reveal things to you that will shatter every limitation you have accepted as permanent. I am about to speak truths that will crack open the ceiling you thought was your sky. But first, I need you to do something that might feel unusual. I need you to stop multitasking, put down whatever else you are doing. Silence the noise around you, because what I am about to say will only penetrate if you give me your undivided attention. This is not content to consume while doing something else. This is a conversation between you and me, and I am asking for 2 minutes of focused presence. If you can feel something shifting in your chest right now, if there is a strange knowing that this moment matters more than you understand, type the word listening in the comments. Not for me. I already know your heart, but for you, because when you declare with your fingers what your spirit is sensing, you activate a portal between the natural and supernatural. You signal to heaven that you are ready, and heaven has been waiting for you to be ready. Let me tell you what I see when I look at you right now. I do not see your mistakes. I do not see your failures. I do not see the version of yourself that you hide from everyone else. I see the blueprint I created before time began. I see the destiny you were born to walk into. I see the fullness of who you are when you stop trying to be who everyone else needed you to be. And the gap between where you are and where I am calling you is not as wide as you think. It is just one decision away, one act of trust, one moment of surrender. I know you have been hurting in ways you cannot put into words. I know there are wounds so deep that you stopped trying to explain them because no one seemed to understand. I know you have been carrying shame that you never asked for, guilt that was never yours to bear, and regret that keeps replaying in your mind like a song you cannot turn off. I know about the nights when you laid in bed and the silence was so loud that you had to distract yourself just to survive until morning. I know about the moments when you were surrounded by people but felt completely alone. I know about the times you smiled on the outside while something inside you was dying. I have seen it all, and I have been collecting every tear, every silent scream, every desperate prayer that you thought evaporated into nothing. But here is what you did not know. Every single moment of pain was not wasted. It was not random. It was not punishment. It was preparation. I was using the very thing that tried to break you to build something in you that could not be constructed any other way. I was developing strength in the struggle. I was forging character in the crisis. I was cultivating compassion in the chaos. You thought you were just surviving, but I was using your survival to shape you into who you needed to become for where I am taking you next. The betrayal you experienced was not just heartbreak. It was me protecting you from a connection that would have compromised your calling. The loss you suffered was not just grief. It was me removing what had become an idol so you would find your identity in me alone. The failure you faced was not just disappointment. It was me redirecting you from a path that looked good but would have led you away from my best. I know it did not feel like protection at the time. I know it felt like abandonment, but I never left. I was closer in the breaking than I ever was in the blessing. You have been carrying weight that was never meant for your shoulders. You have been fighting battles that were already won before you ever stepped onto the field. You have been trying to earn what I freely give and prove what I already declared. And it has exhausted you. I see the weariness in your soul. I see how hard you have been working to keep everything from falling apart. I see the smile you wear in public and the tears you cry in private. I see it all. And I am not disappointed. I am not frustrated. I am not keeping score. I am simply waiting for you to stop performing and start receiving. Here is what you need to understand. The reason everything has felt so heavy is not because you are weak. It is because you are trying to carry what only I have the strength to hold. The reason doors keep closing is not because you are on the wrong path. It is because I am protecting you from rooms that would have destroyed you. The reason you feel stuck is not because you missed your chance. It is because I am repositioning you for something bigger than what you were chasing. You have been interpreting my protection as rejection, You have been calling my redirection a dead end. You have been naming my preparation as punishment. But I need you to see it differently now. Every single thing that did not work out the way you planned worked out exactly the way I planned. Every person who walked away made room for the people I am sending. Every door that slammed shut pushed you toward the door I am about to open. Every loss you grieved was me removing what would have limited you. You could not see it then, but you are about to see it now. Because the season of confusion is ending, the season of clarity is beginning, and everything I have been setting up in secret is about to be revealed in public. But here is the thing. You have to be willing to let go of your version of how it should happen so you can receive my version of how it will happen. I am going to ask you to take a step that will feel counterintuitive. I am going to ask you to give when it seems like you should hold on, to trust when it seems like you should protect yourself, to move when it seems like you should wait. Because the way up in my kingdom is down. The way to receive is to release. The way to abundance is through generosity. And I know that sounds backwards to everything the world taught you, but my ways are not the world's ways. My economy does not operate on scarcity. It operates on overflow. Let me paint you a picture of what I am about to do in your life. I see financial breakthrough that does not just pay bills but creates overflow. I see you walking into rooms where your presence shifts the atmosphere because you carry my glory. I see relationships being restored that you thought were dead forever. I see doors opening that you did not even know existed. I see favor following you into places where you used to be overlooked. I see healing touching areas of your body and mind that doctors said were permanent. I see you sleeping peacefully through nights that used to be tormented by anxiety. I see you laughing from a place of genuine joy instead of pretending everything is fine. I see you becoming the testimony that sets other people free from the same things that once held you captive. But here is the key. None of that happens in the waiting. It happens in the walking. It happens when you stop standing on the sidelines of your own destiny and step onto the field. It happens when you stop analyzing every risk and start trusting my promises. It happens when you move before you have all the answers because you trust the one who does have all the answers. This is not about blind faith. This is about informed trust. You know who I am. You know what I have done. You know my track record, so trust it. Trust me. Trust that I would not bring you this far to leave you stranded now. There is a link in the comments below this message. I did not place it there by accident. I placed it there as an invitation to step into a principle that unlocks breakthrough. When you sow a seed, even when it does not make logical sense, you are declaring that you trust my system more than the world's system. You are saying that you believe I can multiply what you release. You are activating faith that moves beyond what you can see into what I have already prepared. And that kind of faith, that kind of obedience, that kind of trust, it shifts atmospheres. It opens portals. It releases what has been held back. Some of you are hesitating. You are thinking about bills, about what you need, about tomorrow. But let me ask you this. When have I ever failed you? When have I ever left you stranded? When have I ever asked you to trust me and then abandoned you in the process? Never. Not once. And I am not going to start now. So when I ask you to sow into the work that is reaching people like you, I am not asking you to fund a ministry. I am asking you to partner with heaven. I am asking you to put action behind your faith. I am asking you to prove to yourself that you believe what you say you believe. If you are ready to take that step, if you are ready to see what happens when you obey even when it is uncomfortable, click the link in the comments, sow a seed. It does not have to be big, it just has to be obedient. And then watch. Watch how I move. Watch how doors open. Watch how provision appears. Watch how favor follows you, because when you honor the principle of sowing and reaping, I honor you with harvest. But let me be clear, whether you give or not does not change how I feel about you. My love is not conditional. My affection is not based on your performance. You could close this message right now and I would still love you the same. But my blessings, my breakthroughs, my supernatural intervention, those are activated by obedience. I cannot force you to trust me. I will not override your free will. But I am inviting you. I am calling you. I am pleading with you to step into the fullness of what I have prepared. And that step starts with obedience. Now let me tell you what has been happening in the invisible realm while you have been struggling in the visible. Angels have been moving, demons have been displaced, strategies have been unraveling, doors have been unlocking, people have been positioned, resources have been redirected, timing has been perfected, and all of it has been leading to this moment, this conversation, this decision. Because I do not waste your pain, I do not waste your process, I do not waste your waiting. I use it all to set up what is next. You have been asking me for a sign that I have not forgotten you. This is that sign. You have been praying for breakthrough. This is the catalyst. You have been crying out for direction. This is the answer, but you have to act on it. Faith without action is just wishful thinking. Hope without movement is just daydreaming. Trust without obedience is just theory. And I need you to move from theory into testimony. I need you to step from hoping into happening. I need you to shift from wishing into walking. Type the word yes in the comments if you are ready to move, if you are ready to trust, if you are ready to obey. Because that simple act of typing 3 letters sends a signal into the heavenly realm that you are opening your heart to receive what I have been trying to give you. And when you open, I pour. When you surrender, I supply. When you trust, I transform. You have spent so much energy trying to figure out how it is all going to work, how the bills will get paid, how the relationship will be restored, how the door will open, how the healing will come. But I am not asking you to figure it out. I am asking you to trust me while I work it out. There is a difference. Figuring out is your job, working out is my job, and you have been trying to do my job while neglecting yours. Your job is to trust, to obey, to follow, to surrender. My job is to provide, to open, to heal, to restore. So stop trying to do what only I can do and start doing what only you can do. Here is what I need you to know about the next season of your life. It is going to look nothing like what you have been through. The tears are going to turn into joy. The struggle is going to turn into ease. The lack is going to turn into overflow. The confusion is going to turn into clarity. The rejection is going to turn into acceptance. The pain is going to turn into purpose. But the transition from where you are to where you are going requires one thing. It requires you to let me lead, to stop insisting on your timeline and trust my timing, to stop demanding your way and surrender to my way. You have been wondering why certain things have taken so long, why some prayers seem to go unanswered, why doors you knocked on stayed locked, why people you needed stayed distant, why provision you prayed for was delayed. But what you could not see was that I was working on multiple levels at once. I was not just preparing the blessing. I was preparing you for the blessing, because if I had given you what you asked for when you asked for it, it would have destroyed you. You were not ready. Your character was not strong enough. Your foundation was not solid enough. Your heart was not pure enough. So I kept you in the process longer than you wanted, because I loved you too much to give you something you could not sustain. But now the waiting is over. Now the preparation is complete. Now the foundation is set. Now you are ready, and everything I held back to protect you, I am about to release to promote you. The same doors that were closed are about to swing open. The same people who ignored you are about to seek you out. The same opportunities that passed you by are about to circle back around. Because this is your season. This is your moment. This is your time, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what I have already set in motion. But you have to step into it. You cannot wait for it to come to you. You have to move toward it. And the first step is obedience. When I tell you to give, you give. When I tell you to trust, you trust. When I tell you to let go, you release. Even when it makes no sense. Even when it scares you. Even when everyone around you thinks you are crazy. Because my ways are higher than your ways. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. And what looks like foolishness to the world is wisdom in my kingdom. I know you have been disappointed before. I know you have trusted and been let down. I know you have hoped and been hurt. But those were people. Those were circumstances. Those were limited human systems. I am not people. I am not circumstance. I am not a system. I am God. And when I make a promise, heaven and earth will move to fulfill it. So do not let past pain keep you from present provision. Do not let yesterday's disappointment block tomorrow's breakthrough. Do not let what did not work then stop you from receiving what will work now. Think about this for a moment. Every giant you have faced, you are still standing. Every storm that tried to drown you, you are still breathing. Every attack that came against you, you are still here. That is not luck. That is not coincidence. That is me. I have been your shield when you did not even know battles were raging. I have been your strength when you thought you were running on empty. I have been your wisdom when you did not know which way to turn. And if I brought you through everything that tried to take you out, do you really think I am going to abandon you now? Do you really think I saved you from the fire just to let you burn in the smoke? I am finishing what I started. I am completing the work I began in you. I am bringing to pass every promise I whispered to your spirit in the dark nights when you thought no one was listening. Every dream I planted in your heart is about to break through the soil. Every vision I showed you in the secret place is about to manifest in the public square. Every word I spoke over you that seemed impossible is about to become undeniable. But here is what I need you to understand. The closer you get to breakthrough, the louder the enemy gets. The nearer you come to your destiny, the fiercer the resistance becomes. That is why you have been feeling so much opposition lately. That is why everything seems to be going wrong at once. That is why the attacks have intensified. It is not because you are losing, it is because you are winning. The enemy does not waste ammunition on people who are not a threat. He only fights this hard against those who are about to walk into something massive. So if you are under attack right now, congratulations. That means you are dangerous. That means you are close. That means breakthrough is not someday, it is now. So when the voices in your head tell you to give up, recognize whose voice that is. When the circumstances look impossible, remember who I am. When fear tries to paralyze you, remind yourself of every time I came through before. Because I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. What I did for others, I will do for you. What I promised in my word, I will perform in your life. What I spoke in the secret place, I will manifest in the open place. The enemy has been whispering lies to you. He has been telling you that nothing will ever change, that you are stuck, that this is as good as it gets, that you missed your moment, that it is too late. But I am here to tell you that he is a liar. He is terrified of what I am about to do in your life. He knows that one touch from me will undo years of his work. He knows that one word from me will shatter every chain he has wrapped around your mind. He knows that one move from me will elevate you to places he cannot reach. So he is doing everything he can to keep you distracted, discouraged, and doubting. But I am louder than his lies. I am stronger than his schemes. I am bigger than his barriers. And if you will tune your ear to my voice and turn your heart toward my truth, you will see him flee. You will watch chains break. You will feel burdens lift, because where my presence is, there is freedom. Where my voice speaks, there is power. Where my hand moves, there is breakthrough. So I am asking you one more time, click the link, sow the seed, take the step. Not because I need your money, heaven is not broke, but because you need the freedom that comes from trusting me more than you trust your bank account. You need the breakthrough that comes from obeying even when it is uncomfortable. You need the miracle that comes from stepping out before you see the net. And that seed you sow today is not just a gift, it is a declaration. It is a statement to the spiritual realm that you are done playing small, that you are ready for more, that you trust me enough to let go. If you have made it this far, that is proof that my spirit is on this message. That is proof that something inside you knows this is not just another video. This is a divine appointment. This is a setup from heaven. This is the moment everything shifts. But you have to act. You have to move. You have to choose. Comment breakthrough if you feel the shift happening. Comment open if you are ready for new doors. Comment trust if you are going to believe me no matter what it looks like. Because when you declare it, you activate it. When you speak it, you release it. When you type it, you claim it. I see your future, and it is glorious. I see you free. I see you whole. I see you walking in purpose. I see you overflowing with provision. I see you surrounded by the right people. I see you healed, I see you restored. I see you elevated. And the gap between that vision and your current reality is closing faster than you think. But you have to partner with me. You have to trust the process. You have to obey the prompting. You have to move when I say move. The link is in the comments. Your obedience is the key. Your seed is the catalyst. Your yes is the door. So stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting until it makes sense. Just obey. Just trust. Just move. And I promise you, I will meet you in your movement. I will multiply what you release. I will open what you cannot unlock. I will provide what you cannot produce. This is not manipulation. This is invitation. This is not pressure. This is opportunity. This is not religion. This is relationship. And in relationship, there is trust. There is surrender. There is obedience. Not out of fear, but out of love. Not out of obligation, but out of devotion. Not because you have to, but because you want to. So here is my final word to you today. I love you. I see you. I am with you. I am for you. I am working on your behalf, even when you cannot see it. I am fighting battles you do not even know about. I am opening doors you have not discovered yet. I am preparing blessings you have not imagined. And all I need from you is your yes, your trust, your obedience. Give me that, and I will give you everything I have been holding back until you are ready to receive it. Go to the comments, find the link, make the choice, sow the seed, and then sit back and watch me work. Your breakthrough is not coming. It is here. Your miracle is not delayed. It is released. Your season is not someday. It is now. But you have to step into it. You have to claim it. You have to activate it with your obedience. I am not done with you. I am just getting started. The best is not behind you. It is ahead of you. The greatest chapters of your life have not been written yet. They are about to be. And you are going to look back on this moment and realize that this was the turning point. This was the day everything changed. This was the moment you stopped waiting and started walking. This was the second you stopped doubting and started trusting. Type Amen if you receive this word. Type Activated if you are ready to move. And then do what I am asking. Click the link, sow the seed, trust the process, and watch what happens when a child of God partners with heaven. You are loved, you are chosen, you are called, and you are about to see me show up in ways that leave you undone. But it starts with obedience. It starts with trust. It starts with now, so move. Heaven is waiting.